On this Money Monday, we're going to talk about three letters that are really taking off. NFT. What is an NFT, you ask? Well, our first guest is joining celebrities and other high-profile investors capitalizing on this growing trend. Let's welcome Adam Hollander, founder of Hungry Wolves NFT project. Great to have you. So without further ado, Adam, what is an NFT?
It's a great question. Imagine you walk into a museum and you see a beautiful piece of art up on the wall. Now, you could take a picture of that with your phone, but it wouldn't be worth very much. You could go to the gift shop and you could buy a print of that painting, but again, it wouldn't be worth very much. The reason that the painting on the wall is worth what it is because it's the original and you can prove that it's the original. Now, up until recently, it was very difficult to do that with digital assets. You can right-click, copy-paste a digital asset, whether it's a picture or a photograph or a music file or a video file, and the copy is indiscernible from the original. And as thousands, millions of those copies make their way across the internet, nobody really knows who's holding the original file. Now, that's made it very difficult to value or place value on digital assets or digital art up until recently. With NFTs, you have infallible proof of ownership that is tracked on the blockchain for a particular digital asset. That means that if an artist creates a digital picture or a piece of art and somebody buys it, they can forever prove that they are holding the original asset that came directly from the artist. And this has impact for a variety of different markets. Art and collectibles are where this is playing very largely right now, but over time, any kind of digital asset where it's important to be able to show that you're holding an authentic, original version of that asset can be impacted. And so at some point, we might even start seeing that the deed to your house or the title for your car or a variety of other assets like medical records might be held in the form of NFTs.
So blockchain is a separate technology. What is blockchain exactly?
So for all intents and purposes, blockchain is a digital ledger that is held in a decentralized way by thousands or tens of thousands of different nodes that are tracking it. And every single time that there is a transaction that takes place, whether you're sending Bitcoin or Ethereum to somebody or you're sending an NFT, it means that that transaction is now being tracked on the blockchain in a public way for everybody to see in a way that is infallible, meaning that you're not going to be able to hack it.
Well, some of the people who are collecting, besides yourself, NFTs, people like Steph Curry, Jimmy Fallon, lots of celebrities. Let me ask you though, Adam, what do you do with an NFT? Because how does it have any value if you're the only one who sees it? I assume, because how do you display it? A work of art, you hang it on a wall. A sculpture, you display it somewhere. Even a sports trading card, which I know are now turned into NFTs. But how do you see it? What do you do with it once you've got it?
So we're entering a phase of the internet, a phase of the world really, where people are starting to care just as much about how they represent themselves digitally as how they represent themselves in the physical world. And so in the same way that you might buy yourself a Rolex watch or a nice car to essentially flex your status, you might do the same with an NFT. And today that's taking the form where these people, these celebrities, like you mentioned, are changing their profile images on Twitter or Instagram to their NFTs and really showing off that they own very valuable or rare NFTs. And eventually, as we enter into a metaverse where there will be a digital landscape where you can play and learn and interact and conduct commerce, and you might even have a home in the metaverse where you truly can invite people over and show off your digital assets, then NFTs are important building blocks for all of that. The other thing that I'll mention about NFTs is that while they might have started out as just simply digital assets where you might be purchasing a picture or a piece of digital artwork, what they're really transitioning to are digital membership cards into exclusive communities where you have access to the type of people that you just mentioned, and where there are derivative benefits for joining those communities, whether it be digital benefits, additional things that might be given to you or given access, or even things in the real world. And so Bored Ape Yacht Club, as just an example, just held Ape Fest in New York, which was a gigantic event where they had parties on yachts and they had Chris Rock emceeing a concert with major tier 1 bands that were playing, and the only way that you were able to get inside was if you owned one of of these NFTs.
And let me ask you, was it on an actual yacht? And were there actual people there?
There was an actual yacht, and there were thousands of people on site.
What is a Bored Ape Yacht Club? What is a Bored Ape? What are we talking about here?
So a Bored Ape is a NFT that's part of a generative collection of 10,000. And so about 8 months ago, this collection came about where 10,000 cartoon apes were turned into NFTs. Each one of them has different traits. And so they might have different fur colors or different facial expressions, different shirts, different hats, different backgrounds. And some are rarer than others. And you could buy these at the onset for just a few $100s. But today, the least expensive Bored Ape, if you want to join this very exclusive NFT community, is $225,000.
Wow.
And the celebrities that you mentioned, Jimmy Fallon and Steph Curry, Snoop Dogg, Tom Brady, I could go on, they own Bored Apes.
That's
and they
incredible.
own Bored Apes because they are part of this exclusive community that, while it might seem ludicrous on the surface today, how would somebody pay more than, the value of some people's house for a picture of a digital cartoon monkey?
This is where I need to have you come back, because my mind is still barely wrapping around this concept, but it is truly fascinating. We haven't even gotten into crypto kitties and all these things, which I would love to at a future date. But Adam, I want to thank you so much. And real quick, anybody who's interested in starting to invest in NFTs, where should they go?
So today there's a website called OpenSea, OpenSea.io. They have about 400,000 monthly active users, and that's essentially the eBay of the NFT market, where you can go and research and understand a lot about these other projects. The last thing I'll mention is that Coinbase, one of the world's largest crypto exchanges, is launching their NFT marketplace in just a few months, and they have 68 million monthly active users, which is a big step in the right direction.
Adam Hollander, thank you so much. It's been a blast.
Thank you so much.
We're back after this.